What's up, man?
It's holiday time.
It is holiday time, so what are we doing?
Let's have some beers, because
Yeah.
it used to be cold out.
It used to be cold out. It's 40 degrees out in Minneapolis, and there's no snow, and it's December 22nd.
We're having a green Christmas.
Green Christmas and lots of beers. So, kicking things off for tonight, we are looking at the final installment of the Bourbon County Variant 12-ounce series. No, I don't have vanilla or prop yet. Anyways, this one John ever so graciously stumbled upon. Your guy, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Came through. This one is released every year with different coffee. This year's vintage clocks in at 12.6% and is named with Zircana. I believe it's made of Zircana?
Zircana.
God, Intelligentsia could kill me if they saw me pronouncing this. Anyways, pretty sought after beans as far as I understand. And this beer's gotten a lot of, go ahead, you can have first pour, a lot of kind of 50-50. People were like, it's not as good as last year. It's as good as last year. It's the best coffee beer ever. And I'm dying to find out here to see what people are really talking about. So this one pours out a little bit more luscious of a opaque black than regular BCBS. Doesn't seem as thin,
Right.
body-wise. Burnt tan head. Yeah. Dissipating quickly, and you would expect
Really
that from
quickly.
yeah, it's gone. So let's dive into the nose. I can already smell the coffee. That's Bourbon County coffee.
Bourbon County, and the big roasty coffee beans right in there.
Massive. A lot of people said this one's a little bit more fruity, less chocolate forward, and I'm not sure I'm seeing that. I'm getting massive notes of chocolate.
The chocolate's there. I think you could say you've got, maybe like a raisin kind of thing going on.
Mm-hmm. Some of those dark fruits.
Yeah, or you just like imagine chocolate-covered variations on those, right? Like those chocolate-dipped raisins.
I just get massive,
Mm-hmm.
deeply rich espresso and coffee and Bourbon County. Some of that charred vanilla or toasted vanilla. But this is really all about the coffee. And this year they've used more coffee per gallon of Bourbon County, or per barrel. I think it counts for like a gallon of cold pressed coffee per. I don't know the number. I'll have to find that out and leave it in link down below. But they use more coffee than they've ever used. So we'll just leave it at that. So let's dive into the taste of this one. I'm pretty much dying to try it. Thanks, John, for supplying. Cheers.
The fruitiness of the coffee shows up a lot more in the mouth. You had to kind of search for it a little bit. I would say the sugary sweetness plays with the coffee to add those fruit.
It's
the
got
dark
like those,
fruitiness a little more.
I get the dark fruit, but I also get like this, I don't want to say tropical, but I think overripe fruits. God. That's a bit perplexing. My coffee palate sucks.
Of course, it doesn't have that. The problem with some coffee stouts, especially, if it has this big, astringent, bitter coffee.
Black bitterness. There's none of that here.
No,
This is about as smooth gets. Big wafts of just this chocolate-covered espresso bean is what I'm getting. I mean, like when you buy those little nibblers at Caribou or Starbucks, think of buying chocolate-covered Intelligentsia espresso beans with a little bit of whiskey at the end. I don't get the big Bourbon County barrel note that you usually do, and that's consistent with last year's. That was the one fault I had for this beer, is I just didn't get nearly enough Bourbon County notes to it. It's a great coffee imperial stout, but where's the barrel?
I mean, there is a nice meld, obviously, between the stout and the coffee.
Yeah, there is some tannic quality, some oakiness.
A little marshmallow that blends in with the
definitely.
coffee chocolate kind of thing.
Well, I believe this one the coffee infusion is done in stainless steel and then it's in bourbon barrel. I don't know. There's links everywhere. I should have done a little bit more research. But have you had this Bourbon County coffee, the 2014 vintage out there? What do you think of it? It was hard to get this year.
It was hard to get around here, yeah.
He had to basically murder somebody or know somebody. He knew somebody, so no one died in this filming of this video. Ratings-wise, we've had a lot of different coffee beers. We're coming down to our favorite top 10 beers of 2014, which we're going to do a little video series with empty bottles to show you. But we will drink some cool beer as well during that. I don't know, man. I don't think I like it as much as I did last year.
It's still an A level beer.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
I think barley wine is my favorite variant so far.
Barley wine this year is really good right now. People are saying last year's even better once it got some time on it.
Yeah, I wish I had some. I'm going a 96 out of 100.
I think I would go
a
94 or a 95.
Okay.
I think I would give it a low A, not an A minus.
Okay. Yeah, no, I really, really like it. I mean, last year I think I gave coffee a 98 or a 99. And the one fault was the barrel. And this one just doesn't really have that punch that I wanted so much.
I would really like to compare this to some of those more sought after, like Speedway.
Yeah, the barrel
coffee beers like the Kobe or the Vietnamese. Yep. Just nice. where they really put a lot of thought into the coffee they're putting in there with it.
Bourbon County and I think Goose Island really does a good job at selecting the coffees each year.
Brett puts a lot of thought into all of that.
All these beers are world class. We can't fault them. So this one it doesn't happen to be our favorites this year. So definitely join us again for a few more beer reviews tonight. It is a Christmas season, so